Hey, this is Tim Springer with Spartan Basketball. And a lot of times as a coach, I spend a lot of time trying to figure out how can I motivate players better? What can I do to spark more of a fire so not only they come and work harder when they're in the gym with me, but they're working hard when they're on their own as well. And I know that's a question for a lot of the parents of the players that I train as well, as far as the younger players go, is they want to know, how can I motivate my player more? How can I get him or her to get out in the driveway and put up 200 shots a day? Or what can I do? So, there's a lot of different things that go on, but of course I'm always trying to be innovative and new. And I just happened to pick up this new book called The Little Book of Talent by Daniel Coyle. He also wrote The Talent Code. If you're ever interested in reading a book that really describes how to build talent, this is the book. Basically what he did is I don't know how long this study was, but he went and studied a bunch of different talent hotbeds. A tennis club in Moscow that was developing tons of elite players. And he went to different spots, a spot, and I believe in somewhere in California, where they developed tons of top-selling musicians in the music business. I don't have all the details, obviously, because I'm still reading the book. But anyways, he went and studied all these talent hotbeds, and he found similar characteristics of how to build skill, how to build talent, but also how to motivate players. Because let's be honest, if players aren't motivated, they're not going to do the work. And a lot of what he says, it has to do with perfect practice and things that we already kind of know as common themes of building your skill in a sport, but to smaller details. But today I want to talk about the motivation part of it, because he brought up a really good point. One of the first spots he went to was the Spartak tennis club in Moscow, and they've been building elite players for years. And what he found when he first went in is, one, younger players were working with older players, and to the degree, maybe not in the full speed game drills and competitions, but to begin, they were all working on their form without a racket, without a ball, and they were integrated together. He said that a lot of time over there, younger players spent studying and analyzing older players. And what he called it was the windshield application, or the windshield theory. And they use a little bit of both terminology there. But basically what he said was that younger players, the more they can see elite and advanced players doing what they're trying to accomplish, it motivates them. It allows them to say, hey, I could do that. It could be me. Or to see how good they're going to have to be to play at that level. And there's a strong level of motivation that comes into play with that. And so they call it the windshield effect. The players that you have in front of you create a huge windshield effect. So if you want to motivate your players more, parents, or coaches, whoever's watching this, or players, watch more of the better players. Go watch your favorite player on TV. Go DVR it so you can watch it a few times. YouTube them. I know I watch videos of highlight clips of Michael Jordan or LeBron James or D-Wade, and I get motivated. I get motivated to go out there and coach more, or even go work out myself, even though I'm not really playing anymore. So think about that. Now, if you're in San Antonio and you're watching this, there's a great opportunity for motivation. Not only motivation, but skill development, and a lot of it based upon what we said I'm reading in this book, and just what we do with Spartan Basketball. On October 28th, Kawhi Leonard and Tully Bevilacqua, the Silver Stars, and Kawhi of the Spurs, are going to be in the gym with Spartan Basketball at our normal location, Castle Hills. You're going to get a chance to train with them and to train like them, because what I'm going to do is, I'm writing the curriculum here, I'm going to go and watch a whole bunch of game film. I'm going to analyze their games and break their games down to the smallest T. And then what will happen is, we're going to write the training program based upon that. So you're going to learn Kawhi's game. You're going to learn Tully's game. You're going to learn how to train like them. You're going to get a workout sent home with you based upon that training. So you get the ultimate motivation. You get the skills preparation that we're talking about here, and you get to become a better player, and working with one of who they're pinning Kawhi to be the next big guy in San Antonio. They said, everywhere I look, online, even the newspaper today, I saw, will Kawhi be the next big thing in San Antonio, especially after the great rookie year he had. He had an amazing rookie year. So October 28th, 3 to 7, I highly suggest you get there and bring some friends with you, or bring some teammates with you. If you want to get registered for that, there's a link below this to either go to the website if you're watching this on YouTube, or if you're on my site, on the Spartan site already, there's just a link to go to that. And I also threw in a link there to get onto Amazon if you want to get either the Little Book of Talent or The Talent Code, both phenomenal books. If you're a coach, you have to read that. You have to read that. If you're a player, you definitely should read it too, so you know how to train. And then parents, I mean, you want to know, every parent wants to know that I've ever encountered wants to know how to get their kid better. That's the start right there. And maybe even be a good reference point to know if the coaches are working with your players, are they following those guidelines? All right. So that's the message for today. And remember, there's train and there's untrained.